Hello everyone and welcome back to Gore. So we've got the Stage 5A ring challenge on Sky Road. The key here is quite difficult to get, so it's 400 rings. It's relatively simple, it's just you haven't got a counter. I'm going to do a separate video and just dedicate it specifically for the rings. It'll be the same content on this as this video, but I'll be able to explain it a little bit more. I'll try to explain it a little bit to the back end of this video, because you know, you did more than one lap on the race trying to get this done. But as you'll see as we go through this, you have got me failing just there. I thought I'd cut that out, but you know, it's alright, don't worry. So let's crack straight in. So you can jump fleas straight away, you don't necessarily need to, but because they're close enough to grab, you might as well. Keeps you a little bit of boost time. This is like a shocking air performance from me. You should be able to get like a couple of from every single selection there. And as normal, drift everywhere you can. There are some places that's normally a little bit, you know, if there's like a jump or something, sometimes it's faster. But drift where you can here, and because I'm going for the rings, it's quite hard to probably complete the ring challenge and get the 400 rings in one go, but I kind of managed to do it, I believe, on my second lap. But you'll see this as we kind of crack on. You're just going around, you're drifting where you can, releasing boost. Obviously if there's a bit of distance between yourself and the next set of rings, flipping both sides if you've got a weird shaped one like that, because otherwise you'll just end up out. And occasionally I do miss the rings, like you know, I just didn't have the angle set up for that one, so it happens. Just keep drifting, trying to collect what you can and where you can, is literally just the key here. For that one I tend to try to get around the boost. If you're going for the rings, going for the platinum challenge, the platinum reward rather than the key challenge. Screwing up with my own words there. And with it through here, grab as many of these as you can do. I think there's 18 in a pocket, you know, so if you're grabbing anything from like 15 upwards, you know, collect a majority of them. You don't need to get all of them, it's just so you've got a good bit of time still clocking over. And just similar to your start again, boost through, grab everything you can do. Sorry if you miss some, I miss a ton again here, it just happens. One and then continue again. When it comes to doing the actual ring challenge, you basically start from after that big jump and then onwards. You can actually essentially keep a full drift as long as you're going, you know, changing the left to right around the entire map. You don't need to get the 400, but you can more or less keep a constant drift. Even in the air here, because of where the bounces are, it kind of counts to, you know, as continuation to your drift, as long as you do it right. So a lot of another shocking jump performance from me, but as long as you get the rings, keeping all these in keeps your time up, and as long as you're keeping your time up, you're going to get the challenge completed. Practice through it a few times. Again, I can't seem to keep that one in line for some reason. The last turn I find it a bit tricky to, I don't think I managed to do it in any of my attempts, to be honest, but it happens. And like I said, you can still complete without grabbing all of them, so at least in that chain. Just try and make sure you grab all the others, just so you've got enough time to get around them and do another lap if you need to. Again, you can get up to 18 from these bits here, and it just keeps your time topped up quite well. And the reason you kind of want to keep your time topped up quite well is for when you're doing the big jump right at the start. Because if you're too short on time, you're not going to be able to make that jump. So it's very important to make sure you're keeping the rings across the rest of the map, and make sure you're adding time, because otherwise you're just not going to make that jump. Like, you'll lose a lot of time doing that, but then you make a little bit back kind of afterwards. Like, there's little bits and bobs here, but it kind of keeps the time topped up, and then when you get to the full change after the next jump, it re-secures it for you. I do hope that this helps. Again, I'll go more into the key challenge afterwards, because as long as you're getting a silver star, I think it is, the key challenge still counts, so you don't need to focus on doing them both in one go. I do hope this helps. Do please enjoy, like, comment and subscribe.